New at 6, the sheriff's office in Yakima County is responding to a firestorm online after Fox 13's investigative team broke the news that deputies shot and killed 64 roosters who were destined for a Pierce County animal sanctuary.
Fox 13's Matthew Smith is joining us now. You've been working and reporting on this all week, and now you're uncovering new details.
Frankie David, the sheriff, responded with a 9-paragraph public Facebook post in reaction to our continuing coverage. None of it actually disputing our reporting. They were aware that the ATF planned for the birds to go to an animal sanctuary in our area. They did pull out shotguns and gun down each one of those birds. Today, it was described as a fiscally responsible decision, chalking it up to a lack of manpower and cash to pay for a veterinarian, though they couldn't say if they actually tried to call a vet. Now, initially, we were told no vet would put themselves in harm's way to euthanize a bird with medication, though that's actually standard. What you see here behind me, this is an image from a previous cockfighting ring bust-up back in 2019. But the bigger question today is why they even needed to be put down. Following a bust last month, dozens of roosters were rescued from a separate but connected property and rehomed. That was the plan for this next batch. They had remained on the property in question for a little over a month, but once the Yakima County Sheriff's Office got a call about horses on that same property, they believed that the birds would have been moved if they didn't step in and kill them.
Maybe the owners thought they weren't going to come back and they were fine to leave the birds there.
But you see the disconnect that I'm getting there, though, right? The property was raided on 4/19. Everyone there was aware that they were raided. They didn't move the birds, so now the assumption is they'll move the birds this time.
Yes, that's correct. We were believing that the owners would say, hey, now the sheriff is here, there's other law enforcement agencies here, we should probably move these before they get taken.
But no one actually moved them. Instead, no one called the animal sanctuary and they opened fire on them. They said it was actually the ATF's job to call to get the help come in. Asked if they had even asked the ATF to call anyone, the spokesperson said he wasn't sure. But ultimately, they had no plans of waiting because it would have taken at least 3 hours for the animal team to drive there. Time that they didn't want to wait because of resources. The sheriff's office was awkwardly blunt, saying it was legal for them to shoot those birds, saying they could have even strangled them or slit their necks per Washington law.
Just because something is legal doesn't mean that it's the right thing to do. And in this case, it definitely wasn't the right thing to do when there was a rescue that was waiting to take all these birds. And these birds had already been victims of severe cruelty, and in the end, they're the ones who again fell victim to the Yakima Sheriff's Office.
Now, after all the uproar, and there is a lot online, I asked if the Yakima deputies would do it all again if the situation repeated itself. The public information officer didn't rule it out, saying that would be up to them.